Hello, I'm Nancy. Welcome back to the Nancy News Show. No fans, no backing track, just me, this mic, and whatever news God intends to throw at us. Tonight, the U.S. judiciary might shut down. Google battling Epic Games at the Supreme Court. Alina Habba rising in Trump's orbit, conspiracy theories, explosion after Charlie Kirk's assassination, and then my hot take that maybe rules are changing faster than our outrage can keep up. Let's get started. Our first story is about how the courts might stop working. Yep, the U.S. judiciary is warning that it may not be able to sustain full operations past October 3rd of 25, unless Congress passes stopgap funding to prevent a partial government shutdown. This was found in Reuters. So, what does that mean? Judges, clerks, probation officers, some will be forlorn or see uncertain pay. Many federal court staff might not even be able to work, and some constitutional functions will be preserved. Because you just can't drop everything, but almost everything else is in jeopardy. Just saying. Here's what's weird. Yeah. Here's what's weird. In theory, this is basic government stuff, passing budgets, funding agencies, keeping institutions running. But the judiciary is telling us even that is fragile now. Let's talk stakes, okay? Litigants waiting for rulings, people in pretrial release, immigration cases, civil suits, many Americans depending on the functioning court systems, but not for spectacle, but to get justice. And here's the angle nobody wants. If courts are silent because dollars ran out, then law is no longer a promise, it's a maybe. Imagine being told, yes, you have rights, just not until further notice. If Congress does nothing, the reverberations will be deep, and trust me, it will be messy for everyone. Next up, tech. Google just asked the Supreme Court to save it from the Epic Games ruling. The Ninth Circuit said Google must allow app developers to bypass Google Play billing link to alternative payment systems and distribute apps outside the pay stores, according to The Verge. Google doesn't like that. They claim the ruling goes too far. It disrupts how the Android ecosystem works and threatens revenue models. So they've asked SCOTUS to issue a stay while they appeal. If the court refuses, October 2025 might bring some big changes on how we buy apps, pay for big in app stuff, and how app markets are regulated. This just isn't a corporate spat, it's about control. Developers want options, Google wants to keep its take, consumers will pay one way or another. And the broader question is, who owns the gatekeepers? If we force open the gates, will the system collapse under spam, malware, chaos, or will innovation flourish? I'm always torn. Competition is great, choice is great, but when markets shift overnight, users get caught. Also, expect price change. Expect app developers to judge. Should I support alternate payments or pay Google's cut? So when you next pay for an app or make an in-app purchase, remember parts of what you are paying might be rent paid to the platform and not the developer. On to the people. Alina Habba, you've probably seen her name lately. She's gone from being one of Trump's legal defenders to, according to reports, serving as an interim U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, according to Vanity Fair. Her rise is fueling debate. Critics question her qualifications. They say her legal wins have been inconsistent. Supporters praise her loyalty. But what matters in current politics? Loyalty often trumps qualifications. Habaz's role frames part of a broader shift. Legal positions, prosecution, I can't even say it, prosecutorial power. U.S. attorneys no longer just neutral legal actors, but political tools. What does Habaz's accent signal? Also, that if you stand for the right side or the powerful side, doors can open even if experience is thin. That the rulebook might be flexible when the stakes are political. I see danger here. Just saying, when U.S. attorneys are selected more for their political alignment than legal respect, you get prosecutions that feel like messaging, not justice. And for folks watching, the people prosecuting crimes in your community, these are positions that need merit, not partisanship. When that erodes, fairness does too. Always remember, laws should protect, not punish based on who you are. Next segment is about tragedy, rumors, and wild war of conspiracy. After the assassination of Charlie Kirk, right wing podcasters and media figures exploded with speculation, some unverified, some extreme. Candace Owens, others pushed theories implicating various actors, according to The Guardian. Some speculated about foreign interference, others about political rivalries. Some claimed threats before the event, many claimed there was more being hidden. Well, here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing public grief plus confusion plus distrust, which equals fertile ground for conspiracy, especially when institutions are under suspicion. But conspiracies are not harmless, they distort truth. They can inspire violence, they can weaken trust in legitimate institutions. The other thing is, people promoting these theories often benefit. More clicks, more followers, more relevance. It becomes a business, dangerously profitable. What also happens is that legitimate questions get tangled with lies, and that means truth seeking becomes harder. So, yes, question authority, but check your sources. Distinguish grief from agenda, distinguish fact from speculation. I can't resist statues. So, yes, the Trump, Epstein, and Friendship Month statue popped up on the National Mall again. Bronze, dancing, smiling, all that. Removed quickly. Permit issues cited, but boy, did it make noise. People.com has all the 411 about it. This statue is silly, though. It's provocative, it's absurd. But the point isn't silliness, it's provocation. It's forcing us to look, to talk. Art has always pushed boundaries, but now these guerrilla art pieces are political grenades, not permanent installations. Momentary statements. They tap into everything: guilt, scandal, history, power, and they make people very uncomfortable, which is often the whole idea. Also, when statue controversies happen, people divide. Is this art? Is this offensive? Should it be removed? And the answers often reveal deep fractures in culture. So, yes, I think it's valid that people are upset, and valid that some find it clever. What's interesting is what the uproar says about who we are. Hot take time. May make some people mad. We're living through a slow breakdown of expectations. Our outrages are growing, but so is what we demand out of outrage. Think courts possibly shutting down, oracles of justice being furloughed, Google's battles over app dominance, legal actors increasingly political, conspiracy theories flooding into mainstream statues as provocation. All this means our expectations are changing. We expect outrage, we expect spectacle, we expect shock. But what about trust? What about stability? What about institutions that function without constant scandal? My challenge this week for you is to pick one institution, courts, tech platforms, the justice system, media, and watch how it handles pressure. Not when things explode, though, but when things are quiet. Notice what do they do then? Because often what happens under the calm tells us more what happens during the storm. If this gets me canceled, fine. But I'd rather be worried about breakdowns than chasing clicks. That's our 15-minute, folks. Thanks for sticking around. Tonight we tackled the judiciary on thin air, Google versus Epic Games, Alina Habaz's rise, conspiracies after tragedy, statues stirring the pot again, a chat with the system, and my hot take about shifting expectations. Next week, I plan to cover celebrity lateness as politics. Yes, really. And how AI created deep fake scandals, whether Congress will pass any tech regulations or just tweet about it, and how every new legal channel seems to chip away at checks and balances. I'm Nancy. This is the Nancy Show. Stay alert, stay skeptical, and don't let spectacle replace substance. I'm out.